Impact investing is investing with an intent to have either positive and or social impact as well as a financial return. Now, this was a term that was coined in the private equity markets around 8 years ago, but since then it's actually grown to be applied to really all asset classes, including public equities. A study was done last year that said there's 3 ways that public equities can be classed as an impact investment. So first of all, you're integrating environmental, social and governance performance of the companies into the way that you do your analysis and construct portfolios. Secondly, investing in companies that are specifically addressing environmental or social challenges, whether that's access to medicines or renewable energy, etc. And then the third part was engaging with those companies to improve their practices over time. Now, all 3 of those aspects are part of Clearbridge's approach. So we call it ESG investing, which stands for environmental, social and governance investing, but can really be thought of now as a subset of impact investing. Not only are public equities an important part of any investor's portfolio, they also offer the opportunities for impact at scale. So according to Bloomberg, there's over 37 million workers globally working for US publicly listed companies. And if you think about all the workers in the supply chains of those companies as well, there's probably many multiples of that number. So these companies have a huge reach around the world, and having even small impacts on those companies, whether that's through pay equality practices or energy management or supply chain labor practices, can have a substantial impact on issues that impact investors care about. So one issue that's been coming up more and more as we talk to companies is the issue of migrant workers. So there's 200 million migrant workers worldwide, and that number is growing. One of the challenges around migrant workers is the way that they're actually recruited into these jobs. So it's an issue that we've been talking to all those companies about, is what policies do you have in place to ensure ethical recruitment practices in your supply chain? And it's something that we'll continue to engage companies on as we go forward. In terms of our engagement approach, first of all, it's led by the sector analyst that covers the company. So it's actually the analyst that covers the stock is the one that does the research on the environmental and social performance of the company, and also it identifies impact opportunities to engage with that company and affect change over time. They're the ones that can really understand what the key issues are and understand where management are coming from when they try and address these and how that aligns with the business model of the company overall. What we find is, given our long-term history in this space, we have a lot of companies that reach out to us asking for our analysts' feedback on various environmental, social, or governance issues. Another area that we engage a lot with companies on is around the proxy season. So we have lots of companies that reach out to us wanting to talk to us about compensation practices, about other items that might be on the proxy, for example, board diversity, proxy access, and so on. So it's an ongoing dialogue. What we'll often do is we'll show the company other best practices in the space to help them understand what's possible and what others are doing. We're taking a long-term approach, right? We're not activist investors, but we regard ourselves as active owners of these companies. So we are purposefully investing in specific companies because we like the investment thesis and we see that as a good place to invest our clients' capital for the long term. So we have the same interest as the company's management team, which is to see the company be successful over the long term.